Hi, I'm Trace with Trace Tire. Today we're going to do a little how-to video on tire installation and some products that we use to balance tires. And so it'll be a how-to and a little bit of a what not to do. And hopefully you'll take away some information on how to do this at home on your own. Some of these products you can use yourself. So today we're going to be changing out this tire for a winter tire. Change of seasons, we're going to be putting on a tire that has a harder rubber compound because in the winter your tires slip a lot more and abrasion is a tire's worst enemy. So that's the plan today, switching out from a more of an all-season tire to a strictly winter tire. And these tires are charged with the product that we're going to be using today, counteract beads. So make sure you always have a pair of these handy. Once you get your beads broke, you can get the tool into your rim to remove your tire. And you can also do this by hand at home on your own with a couple tire irons, but obviously a tire machine's a lot easier. So these tires on modern vehicles all have TPMS sensors, and you don't want to break those, so you got to make sure you always got those in the 4 o'clock position, because taking the tire off and putting the tire back on, you will break a sensor every single time if you don't. Tire sensor. So you can see inside the tire, the product counteract beads are in there. And when you're removing these tires, it's you want to be really careful of your eyes. So wear your glasses. Okay, so we're going to be using counteract balancing beads. You can buy these products and use them yourself. When you do buy them by the case, you'll get a pamphlet and a book of how to use it. You'll also get an application chart, and make sure the first thing you do is throw that away because none of the data on it is right. I went over it with counteract many times, but they don't listen to me. So what I've done over 5 years is I've come up with my own product weights per use in different tires that I know work, and if they don't work, I adjust them but they don't match the chart, so disregard the charts. Anyway, so this is the product we're going to be using today. We're going to be adding 26 ounces per tire, and this is how it'll come if you buy it yourself. You open your bag, you'll get a valve core, a two-way valve stem cap, or just a regular cap, whatever you want to use, and your product. And you want to make sure when you add this product to your tire that you add tire talc, because I'll explain why in the application in a minute why you need to use that, but that's basically it on the beads. Okay, so we're ready for the beads. This particular tire we're going to be adding the beads to takes 26 ounces. I've got a 10-ounce bag and a 16-ounce bag. And the theory with Counteract is they're made to be installed in the tire by just throwing the bag in. The theory is the bag will burst, break down or whatever, and the beads will disperse. This does not work. I have contacted Counteract and told them the problems with the bags. It does not work, so do not throw the bag in the tire. You must separate the product out of the bag into the tire. Okay, so before you put your beads in, you must use tire talc. The inner liner of these tires, when they heat up, gets sticky. If the beads stick, beads do not work. So the beads must be free flowing. They use static electricity to disperse inside the tire. And in order to keep them free flowing and never stick, you must add tire talc. And tire talc coats the surface, provides a lubricant for the beads, and keeps them free flowing. And also when you're running air into your tire, there's condensation and compressed air. Condensation will also stick your beads, so tire talc will dry that right out. So we're going to add your tire talc. A couple tablespoons is sufficient, and I've already got that in there, and that will coat the inside of this whole tire to keep it, the beads lubricated and to keep them from sticking. Okay, so now it's time to add the beads to the tire. You want to open the bag and pour the beads in. Do not throw the bag in the tire. This is what Counteract wants you to do. It does not work. Your balance will fail. Pour the product out, remove the bag. To mount your tire, you want to lubricate your bead, but remember we're using Counteract balance bead product, and that takes some special product also. So most shops, most tire guys are going to say you're going to want to use a tire mounting lubricant. Do not. You can't, and I'll tell you why. If you put any kind of lubricant on this bead that is soap based or tire mounting compound that is wet, some will get inside and that will clump your beads and stick them together. And when they are clumped, that's just like a lead tire weight on the rim lobbing around in there, and you're going to be out of balance. You have to use tire paste. It is dry. It powders right away, and the beads will not stick to it if some gets inside your tire. Very important. Tire paste, never tire mounting lubricant compound. So now we're going to go ahead and mount the tire on the rim. You want to pay attention to what you're installing it on for your application. If you have aluminum wheels, you need to know that. If you have steel wheels, you need to know that. Every tire that's ever been made is produced with a red dot and a yellow dot. This is your approximate valve stem alignment guide only. Yellow is for aluminum metals, such as aluminum rims. Red is for ferrous metals, such as your steel wheels. It's very important because where they weld these tires together, there is an extra heavy spot in the tire. And so what the theory is they offset that by the weight of the valve stem and the TPMS sensor just a little bit, but a little bit is enough when your tire's revolving at highway speeds to make a big difference. So Now that we know that, we're ready to mount the tire. Wait. Always know where your TPMS sensor is. Always. Go ahead and set your valve core back with your valve core tool. You're ready to expand your bead to seat it onto your tire. And to do that, just always use an inflator that has a gauge on it so that you know where you're at and what you're doing. Release your clamps on your tire machine, because they'll fight you all the way. Hopefully you don't do burnouts, jumps. Good.